The alleged architect of Iran's nuclear weapons program, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, was assassinated in probably the most sophisticated covert operation of recent times. An Israeli official who was reportedly involved for years in tracking Mohsen Fakhrizadeh told the New York Times on condition of anonymity that Israel will keep acting against Iran's nuclear program as needed. Iran has blamed Israel for this, and the relationship between the two nations has reached a new low. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani blamed Israel for the killing and vowed retribution in due time. It's not hard to imagine that Iran will try to take revenge, and this could lead to a conflict. But Israel's no pushover and possesses a lethal military force with highly sophisticated weaponry. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes 5 weapons because of which Iran cannot afford to wage a war against Israel. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. Iran has approximately 1,000 strategic missiles that are controlled by the Revolutionary Guard. It consists of 300 short-range ballistic missiles, including Iranian-made Shahab-1 Scud-B, Shahab-2 Scud-C, as well as Tandar-69 CSS-8. It also has domestically produced Shahab-3 Strategic Intermediate-Range Ballistic Missiles (IRBM), with a reported range of up to 1,000 kilometers or 620 miles. The Ghadar-1, with an estimated 1,600 kilometers or around 995 miles, and a Shahab-3 variant known as Sajil-2, with a reported range of up to 2,400 kilometers or 1,490 miles. But Israel has a counter for these: Arrow missile defense system. The Arrow is a family of anti-ballistic missiles designed to fulfill an Israeli requirement for a missile defense system that would be more effective against ballistic missiles than the MIM-104 Patriot surface-to-air missile. It is jointly funded and produced by Israel and the United States. The Arrow system consists of the Joint Production Hypersonic Arrow Anti-Missile Interceptor, the ELTA EL-M 2080 Green Pine Early Warning AESA radar, the Alisra Golden Citron Tree C3I Center, and Israeli Aerospace Industries Brown Hazelnut Tree Launch Control Center. The system is transportable, as it can be moved to other prepared sites. Arrow 3 is the latest and the most advanced interceptor, and is capable enough to bring down any Iranian ballistic missile. The Israeli Navy has hailed the arrival of the first Sa'ar-6 class missile corvette, the INS Magan. Magan is the first of 4 Sa'ar-6 class warships being built for the Israeli Navy. The warship is described as the newest and most advanced ship yet. The Sa'ar-6 warships are derived from the German Navy's own Braunschweig-class corvettes, but have significant differences when it comes to sensor and weapons integration, and has better stealth characteristics. The warship has EL-M-2248 MF Star multifunction active electronically scanned array AESA radar, which is one of the best in the world, and also packs several kinds of highly sophisticated weapons for different kinds of roles. For the anti-ship role, Sa'ar-6 has Israel Aerospace Industries IAI Gabriel missile. The missile possesses a 240 kilogram or 530 pound warhead and has a range of 248 miles or 400 kilometers. For the air defense role, SAR-6 has Rafael's Barak 8 as well as Sea Dome. Barak 8 has a range of 90 kilometers or 56 miles and is capable of taking out highly maneuverable supersonic cruise missiles. Sea Dome is essentially a sea-based variant of the famed Iron Dome system. It's primarily a sea ram solution, which is meant for countering rockets, artillery shells, and mortar rounds. But it can also take out other threats, which include cruise missiles and drones. The warship of this class will have a pair of Sea Dome systems, each armed with 20 Tamir missiles. SAR-6 class vessels are way more sophisticated than what Iran possesses, and will be able to counter anything the Iranian Navy throws at it. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is a fifth-generation, single-seat, single-engine, all-weather, stealthy, multi-role fighter. Israel is the first country outside the US to acquire them, and has got a customized variant. It's already got deliveries of several F-35s and has plans to acquire around 75 of these. The acquired jets are operated by the IAF's Golden Eagle Squadron, which is based in the Nevatim Air Base. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had said, standing in front of an F-35I ADIR jet during a visit to the Nevatim Air Base, "Lately, Iran has been threatening Israel with destruction. It should remember that these planes can reach every place in the Middle East, including Iran, and of course also Syria." Israel has maintained that the Lockheed Martin F-35 is a game-changer, and it's the first country in the world to carry out an operational attack using the F-35. Israeli Air Force F-35I stealth fighters had struck several Iranian targets in Iraq twice in 2018. Not only this, as reported by the Kuwaiti Al Jarida newspaper, 2 F-35I ADIR jets flew undetected over Syria and Iraq and were able to sneak into Iranian airspace. They carried out reconnaissance missions over the Iranian cities Bandar Abbas, Isfahan, and Shiraz. As clear from the map, to reach Iraq, Israeli Air Force needed to pass over Syria, and to reach Iran, it needs to fly over both Syria and Iraq. Syria is where the Russian S-300 and S-400 were present, and they were clueless. So F-35I ADIR in the hands of Israel's competent pilots and planners will be a deadly force that could take out Iranian assets with impunity. The JERICHO-3 is the third missile to serve as Israel's land-based nuclear deterrent. The JERICHO-3 is believed to have a range of 6,000 kilometers or 3,740 miles and is capable of carrying a 1,000 kilogram or 2,200 pound warhead. The range would enable it to strike anywhere in Iran. The missile is thought to be solid-fueled, meaning it can be launched with minimum preparation, and reportedly based in silos capable of resisting attack. The JERICHO-3, as well as the older generation JERICHO-2 missiles, may be based at the Palmachim Air Base. JERICHO-3 is believed to carry a single nuclear warhead or 3 low-yield, multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles. The precise yield of Israel's ICBM warheads is unknown, but unconfirmed reports peg them at 20 kilotons. For comparison, the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima was 16 kilotons. JERICHO-3 is a strong deterrent against any aggression. Most of the countries that possess nukes operate nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines. These can stay submerged for months at a time. But manufacturing and operating this kind of submarine is very costly. To mitigate this, Israel has found a unique solution. Israel struck a deal with Germany for 3 enlarged Type 209 diesel-electric submarines designated as the Dolphin class. The subs displace 1,900 tons while submerged, measure 57 meters long, and are manned by a crew of 35. Each Dolphin came equipped with 6 regular 533mm tubes, as well as 4 large 650mm tubes. The regular tubes can be used to accommodate heavyweight torpedoes and harpoon anti-ship missiles, but the larger tubes have strategic implications since these can be used to deploy submarine-launched cruise missiles (SLBM) that are large enough to carry a nuclear warhead. It's thought that these submarines are armed with POPEYE turbo SLBM, which carries a 200-kiloton nuclear warhead. Israel ordered 3 more German submarines, which are designated as Dolphin II class. These are larger and have better endurance. The combination of Dolphin and Dolphin II submarines with POPEYE turbo SLBM makes attacking Israel a suicidal act for Iran. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.